Now then, how are we all? And welcome back to another episode of English Countryside Days. Now, I did a video of a garden that we've acquired, and I never really told you enough information about the garden. The garden used to belong to a lady called Mrs. Moore, and she was one of my tenants, and sadly she passed away at the age of 87. Now, I went to a funeral because I thought it was the decent thing to do. I only knew Mrs. Moore for around 18 months, 2 years. And she was a lovely lady. She reminded me of Margaret Rutherford in Miss Marple. Well, at the funeral, there were a few relatives got up and did a tribute to her. Very moving, very fitting. And they mentioned the garden and how she loved to grow things and eat the things that she grew. And I never really told you about that because I never knew. But now I do know. I can tell you people. So what me and the wife are going to do, sorry, I've missed the camera there, we're going to call this Mrs. Moore's garden. I'm going to get a little sign made and have it saying welcome to Mrs. Moore's garden. So me and the wife are going to try and keep Mrs. Moore's spirit alive and grow things in this garden, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. Anyway, welcome to the Mrs. Moore's garden. We'll take you in. I'll show you what we've been doing. If you can remember back to the last video, this was just a pile of bricks, mud, weeds and all kinds of things. I think basically what happened was the garden got too much for Mrs. Moore. Her husband had passed away a few years back, and I think it just got on top and things, you know, as they do. So anyway, me and the wife, we've cleared all this out. We've put some rocks and that we found, and we're going to make a garden like a bed. We're going to cover this in clover and flowery clover. Don't expect me to know the terms for gardening, yeah, all right, because I don't. My granddad, he was a big gardener, and my mum liked to garden, and you know, my dad does a little bit as well, and I know June's mum used to garden, and I think we've got it in us to carry this on. So we're going to plant some clover here. I'm going to replace that window. I'm going to try and do something with the fascia board on the garage. We were thinking of painting it, but we won't. I don't think we will. I'm going to get all this old dead ivy off, and I think we'll keep it as it is. They're the windows that have got to be in. Obviously, as you've seen from the last video, lots and lots of pots. These are all broken, brittle, perished, so they'll be going. So this is all the metal that we took from the lean-to. I'm going to save some of that metal because I've got some roofing that needs to be repaired, and I want to try and keep it the same. This is all the metal that we got out the lean-to. Some of the other stuff. I'm going to walk you down to the lean-to. We don't know what to do with these rose bushes. If there's anybody who can leave us comments on what to do, we don't know whether to cut them down because it seems that they're actually growing out of control, and we don't know if to cut them down to so far, when to cut them down, or anything like that. I'm hoping that you good people out there are watching can give us some advice and tips on what to do. We've got rose bushes here as well. They're absolutely taking over. This will be our little shed. Yeah, we're going to go through all these pots and plants. I'm basically repeating myself from the first video, but now I know what I want to say. Now I know what I want to do, or what we want to do. We're going to clear these plant pots. The only problem we've got is that you empty the soil out, and it's full of polystyrene in the bottom. We've got some more pots, all that need to go to the tip, or well, they just need to go to the tip. They're no good for absolutely anything. We've cleared in here the lean-to. That was a big job. That was a massive job we cleared. We kept banging our heads on the beams and everything like that. That is the machinery to an old dryer, because the other side of that wall is the old grain barn, and I am just taking my time working my way through. We don't know what to do in here. I'm going to try and shore this up a bit more. As you can see here, this wood has it's rotted away. I think June and her sister are coming in here today, and we're going to start trying to tidy this up. I'm going to start making out on a fence. Not making out, that sounds rude. So I do apologise. Some of you people, I'm trying to keep this a clean family show. I don't know what to do with this. To be fair, I honestly don't know what to do with this machinery. I know Neil wants that. He likes to collect. When I say now then, that's what Neil says. Neil says every time I meet, now then, what's going on? What's happening? That's Neil. So when I say now then, that's a little tip of the hat to Neil. So I don't know what to do with this. I don't know whether to remove it. I don't know whether to try and clean it up and make it a feature. I just don't have a clue. Obviously it won't be working because the grain barn's not working now. I'm clearing all this ivy out. We're going to get rid of all this because ivy is such a pain in the bum. It's unbelievable. I think this might have been an old pigsty, because that looks like an old trough and where they would have tipped the food in for the pigs, and then the pigs would have come and snorted it away, oinked it away. Tell you what, it'd be funny if this turns on. Oh no. Ooh. Is that the emergency stop? A few switches and stuff there. I don't know if anybody can read that. Make it out. We've got some old bags of salt. That's the grain barn in there. There's another machine in there, another dryer. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and clear all this. That was full of water. Stunk. Oh, it did. And that was the inside. It still stinks. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to try and clear some of this away. That looks like it, like I think I said last time, it's an old wheelbarrow. Got the snowdrops. Hopefully they'll keep coming back. Got some old bricks. More ivy on a brick wall. The ivy's probably holding the wall together, to be fair. But we'll see. We've cleared quite a bit away, to be fair. We've emptied some of this out. And just basically give it a tidy up, and then hopefully we can. Well, we won't hopefully, we will. We will bring Mrs. Moore's garden back to life. What I'll do is, people, we'll do some work today, and then we will show you the results of what we do, and that's it. Mrs. Moore, she was patriotic, so we're going to leave that flag up, the Union flag. I'm going to put a fence across there, so that separates that garden from that garden, because I don't think, well, if I rent this out, I don't think the people will, it's going to be too big, and this needs a bit of love and attention, and to try and bring it back. So I think I'm going to have a few tips to the trip, and we'll go from there. Okay, so folks, if I remember to record at the end of this, I will, and if I don't, I'll see you on the next one. And there it all is. I do not know how many plant pots there is. And stuff, but they're all going to the tip. Right, I'll be back in a bit. Now then, on the way to the tip, and I've just got in and the van stinks like an old pond. Absolutely reeks of old pond. Oh, I wish you could smell it. Right, I'll see you in a second. So, oh, that noise. Oh, I know what it was though. It was the gate shutting. Cleared all this away, and June and the sister-in-law have been tidying all this up. What a difference they've made, eh? These pair have just gone at it. There's lots of holes in this wall. Don't know if you can see them. I don't know whether they're rats or mice or what, but when you're living out in the sticks, this is what you get. You get critters, shall we say, critters. And the wife has filled the bin up. So I don't know what the next plan of action is. My next plan is to start taking all the scrap metal that we've got and clearing all that. I don't know what to do here. If anybody's got any ideas, I might dig it over and like try and turn it into a bit more of a vegetable patch. The ground is pretty soft, it's a bit spongy, so I don't know. Or we might just turn it into some kind of natural habitat. We trimmed the yew tree up, got rid of some of that because apparently yew trees are poisonous to dogs, and there we go. So I think I'll have to stain this shed. There you go, people. What's the best shed? What's the best product to use for staining a shed or treating a shed? If you put your answers down below, I'd appreciate it. Give all that a scrape up there as well. Get all that moss up. Yeah. Okay. Right. I want to crack on, folks. Okay. This time it's scrap metal and a few more pots and a few other things to go. I don't know what that is. I think it's plant food. The wife informs me that it's some kind of plant food in there. So off we go again. So there it is, folks. All the scrap metal gone. A majority of the pots have gone. This has been tidied up a bit. And the girls have done this. They've put some graft in, them pair have. So, thank you for joining us for this another episode of English Countryside Days. Don't know when the next one will be, but it'll be soon. And once again, for this video and this channel, I would like you to start a sign. I would like you to like and subscribe and spread the word. I don't want this channel to be massive, but I would like it to be a little bit successful. Okay, folks, ladies. Just a little extra to this video of Mrs. Moore's garden. We have been given some photos of the garden when Mrs. Moore and her late husband moved into this house. So I'm going to put these pictures on now as a little extra, and to see what the garden was like when they first got it, and then yeah, that's basically what it is, and then to how it was when we got it. Obviously it was got too big for them, and they couldn't manage it properly, but yeah, so this is just a little extra of what it was when they first got it. I think they moved in around the late 90s, so yeah, it's quite a while ago. So yeah, okay, get you on the next video.